Hello everybody, and welcome to... You have all been waiting for this video, and trust me, I know you have, and you will have to mind myself if my voice seems like it's a little bit quiet, or I'm kind of putting a bit of an emphasis on my tone of voice. I have to be rather quiet because, while I am excited, my parents are still sleeping because it is 6:20 in the morning, because I figured I'd get this recording knocked out before I go to school, because I'm up early and decided to try and post this as soon as I can for you guys. But welcome to the first actual showroom that I've ever done, because finally got my texture pack download. You guys have been asking for this for so freaking long. And a little bit of backstory. It took me quite a while to get into communication with Mr. Blocksmithed, because for those that don't know, the texture pack that I'm using right now, mind my voice, I'm sorry, I just woke up not too long ago. The texture pack that I'm using is Blocksmithed Hybrid, however, it's my altered version of it, which, by the way, I take no credit for, and I'll get into that in a second. But I had to get permission from him to redistribute it, since he's the, it's the texture pack that I altered. So before I made any other redistributions or whatever and put it under quote-unquote my name, I wanted to get permission, and he said it was fine after a little while. And with that, I went ahead and made a little bit of work. Got a download link going up and some readmes and stuff like that. And you guys can finally download the texture pack and use it. It's for 1.8, 1.8.1. It'll work on 1.7 and stuff like that, but obviously you won't get all the textures. But that's what it is updated to right now. If you're watching this in the very, very far future, it is 1.8.1. 1.9 is not supported. I'll probably make like an update video or something if that ever happens. But anyway, so yeah, this is a texture pack that I decided to make a little showroom of pretty much all the changes to it. Again, you guys will probably notice maybe a couple things that are in other texture packs. Again, I do not own any of this. I do not take credit for it. The only reason I'm posting a download link of it on my YouTube channel as kind of like my thing is because this is a personal texture pack. It's not like I'm saying, oh, it's my texture pack, I made it. I'm not gonna claim it to be, like my own sort of texture pack, because then that would kind of be stealing. And I know a lot of people do that with like PvP texture packs and stuff, where they'll put it under their name, but really they just took like 5 different sets of other texture packs. I don't want to do that, and I have no malicious reasoning for posting this. So it's my personal thing. I'm just putting up a download and showing you guys off with it, so you know, and you can download and use it. But it's not mine. It's Blocksmithed Hybrids along with some textures from other artists and other texture packs. I take no credit for any textures done in this. The only thing I'll take credit for is making the slime over there. But I'll show you guys that in a second. So anyway, the first things first that I want to show you is the environmental stuff. Now this is obviously one of my favorite things in this texture pack. The leaves actually wave back and forth along with the grass and the flowers. As you can see, kind of like the trees in the distance, they're waving there and there. I originally didn't have it like that, but with the 17 update with Blocksmith, it actually makes it look a lot better along with the grass. So it's very subtle movement. I love it just because I like a little bit of animation in Minecraft. That's a surprise. It doesn't actually do it with tall flowers like this, and it doesn't do it with saplings. The reason I put a cobweb here is because it used to have an animation where there would be like spiders and stuff in the cobweb, but apparently for some reason in 1.8 that kind of stuff doesn't work, or something might have got messed up because it's in the texture pack file, but it's not working. That's supposed to happen with Netherrack too, but yeah. So anyway, environmental stuff, you can see more clearly here. The leaves wave, and you'll also notice that these kind of flowers too, I stepped out of the room, these flowers as well, I think it's actually just this one, doesn't actually move, but all of the 1.8 flowers actually do. I find that to be a little bit weird, but whatever, I guess just a little quirk. Once again, these don't move and stuff. The next one is when it comes to blocks with light, you'll see this one kind of has a little bit of a glowing hue effect as well as on the item. Netherrack was supposed to have an animation, but it doesn't for some reason. Soul Sand, it's one of the creepiest textures on here, honestly. The mouths move up and down. This is a little bit more of a subtle one. It kind of looks a little dirty in my opinion. What is this called? The sea lantern actually kind of glows with a little hue effect. So does the redstone lamp when it's powered on. When it's off, it won't have any sort of hue. The torches have the flame on them, as well as some redstone particles going off of it. I love that personally. Now this is actually one of the cooler things in here. You'll see some stone. We gotta actually get something that we could cook up really quickly. When you cook an item in here, it actually gives not only the little animation on the block itself, but the little fire particles on the edge as well. So I thought that was pretty cool. These actually move and animate as well. This will pulse in and out. This is a activator rail, and this is a power rail, obviously. For a detector rail and a normal rail, nothing happens. I don't even think while you're driving down the minecart. So that's just that. As you can see, there's no animation on it when it's done, but we have delicious stone, so we can eat this as much as we want. I'm new to this whole texture pack and mod review thing, so go easy on me if I'm a little disorganized. There's a little bit of a hue on the beacon as well. And this is one of my favorite ones right here, the frickin' jukebox. Now, this originally was not supposed to have this spinning if there was no disc in it. I don't know what happened, but I think with the 1.7 to 1.8 change that might have altered it. I am using his updated texture pack, so that might have been fixed, but this is just from what I'm observing. If you put an actual CD in it, let's put maybe far in there. Yeah, you see it does the same thing. I think this is actually supposed to not be like this at all when there's no actual music in it. Let's play it for a little while. With the glowstone, or the, okay, the music's actually throwing me off. I love music, but we can't do that right now. With the jack-o'-lantern, it actually vibrates in and out. The TNT is a little more of a subtle one. It's just got that little flare on spark on the edge there. As with ores, this is one of my favorite things. The gold ore will shine, as well as the items right here. And with every one of these block, there's a different type of hue to it. This one shimmers down, and all of the royalty ones shimmer down. The redstone one, however, pulses in and out like an actual light source block, like I talked about over there. The redstone, as well, does the same thing as glowstone, pulses in and out. And these all have their own kind of like a little shimmer to them as well, except the diamond has a shine, and so does the emerald. However, with the iron, the gold, and the gold ingots, they do a shimmer, whereas this is more of like a little ding sparkle. Now, the items. This is my favorite thing right here. So, the water, lava, and milk will all, you know, kind of like, it looks like it's draining out. I think the lava is seriously dangerous because it's a bucket of lava. If it's spilling out, we've got a huge problem. And, this was... okay. I added this last minute because I had to do something. I had to change something just as a little thing, and I put my face on my balls. Okay? Okay? You heard it first. You heard it here first. I wanted to change something. It is animated as well, so I'm also sticky. But I put my face on the slime balls, and it's not with the slime block, obviously. The slime block itself has no sort of change to it, but I had to, so hate me if you will, but it's stuck on there and you can't get rid of it. The Ender Pearl and Ender Eye are also both animated. This is a newer one too. It moves in and out, and the Ender Eye will actually blink. This is the same thing as well if you were to put this inside of the End Portal frame. So if you were to take this right here and you were to put it in, you can actually see that it blinks inside, which is actually really cool. We'll go ahead and set the time to day once again real quick here. Another star, one of my favorite things, that it kind of does a little bit of a spiral, kind of like it's a... I think it's a Sonic reference. I'm not sure, but I could be wrong. But I like it either way. Now, the egg right here, a lot of people question this. It does actually crack. It'll never hatch, though. The blaze powder and blaze rods, both are animated like fire. I love one of my favorite animations right here. The shearing and everything. Now, this is one of my favorite things right here. These three fish... they're the newer they're the newer ones from the newest update, and they kind of waddle around like this. I love it because they're alive and stuff, so it's cool. This is not the case for the cooked, however. This is only for raw, because it wouldn't really make sense if you cooked it, but it was still alive. And now I'm on to show you my favorite animation in the entire freaking game. The pufferfish, right, Chris? Wait, he's not cute, or whatever. And he's just like, why am I going to a tiny ball? This is just my favorite freaking texture change, honestly. Blocksmithed said it was one of his too, and I love it. It's so freaking adorable how he kind of like waddles his hand around a little bit, and it just shrinks into this tiny little thing. I love it. He's so cute. I want to keep him for a pet. So that's one of my favorites. I absolutely love it. Great work, by the way. The baked potato will have a little bit of a smoke trail on it. The rotten flesh will have some flies spinning around it. Signs kind of look like they're writing. And this right here are actually some textures from Faithful. Faithful 32, which again is one of the reasons why I do not claim ownership of this texture pack. It's just personal use. But I did change all of the items, swords, tools, bow and arrow, to the Faithful, just because I prefer that. I don't really like the 16x16 vanilla texture items, or tool sets in weapons, I should say. The armor, though, however, is still the 16-bit, because I prefer that. That's just my own little quirk right there. You can see swords and arrows, and as well as the tools have all been changed. The flint and steel, the fishing rod, and stuff like that. I should probably change the fishing rod, actually. But I don't really use PvP, and I don't really... I like to consider it different. I don't know. But you can kind of see what's been changed and what hasn't. Apart from that, the one thing that I did add was low fire. Again, I don't own any of these textures. I guess these eggs will have to put away. The low fire was just for PvP purposes, obviously, because there's really no other purpose. I like it. I think it looks better, personally. It doesn't really fit with the texture pack itself, but, and I can show you guys on here, if you were to actually walk into the fire, hopefully we won't die from this. You can kind of see that the fire is very, very low, and you can't really see much of it, so that's that. Again, doesn't really fit all that much, but I prefer it much more than the higher fire that, like, blocks your entire view. I don't necessarily find it cheaty, but as more of I do is kind of like a nicer thing, I suppose. Chickens as well are multicolored. This is the babies as well as the other one. So if you see a black or gray chicken walking around, trust me, it's not just you. The pigs are also multicolored. Very, very minimal though. As you can see, this one's a bit darker than that one right there. And you can also see that mobs actually blink. So it's a little bit creepy, but they all do. And we got our good friend Harebrine here. You guys can go ahead and explore the texture pack and you'll understand. But anyway, that's gonna be it. The download link is right in the description. It's a non-advertisement link, so I'm not earning any money off of this. Do not worry. The only thing that I can do is check and see how many times it's been downloaded, so I can see how much you guys love it. But yeah, the link itself is to Mediafire, and on my end, it's ad-free. Well, not ad-free, but I know Mediafire displays their own ads, but no real money should be generated off of that, because if there is, ain't none of it going to me. So it's a non-profit advertisement link. So the ads obviously benefit Mediafire, but they don't benefit me. I wouldn't like put this on AdFly or something, or another one of those things, because I'm not going to benefit, you know, I'm not going to redistribute and gain money off of something that's not mine. I think that would really just nail the coffin in the whole stolen thing, and that's not who I am, so I don't want to make money off of distributing a texture pack. You leave that to other people that actually spend hours of work on theirs, but for me, not really necessary. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and if you do like the texture pack or have any thoughts or recommendations, either number one, let me know and I can alter it a little bit, or you know, I might do like monthly updates, or if, you know, update the link if I ever do change my texture pack, which is probably what I'll do. I'll just keep this same video and change the link and put some change logs or whatever, just again as my own personal thing. But the main texture pack is to Blocksmithed. I'm going to put his link down in the description below. Please give a huge thank you, because again, I take no credit for any of this, and he deserves all the love aside from the textures that I obviously replaced. You know, that's not his, but they deserve all the love as well. Oh, and actually, I'm just about to show you too, I completely forgot the hue and everything. The HUD with the bar, the food bar, and the health bar has also been changed, including the armor bar. Oh, I completely forgot this. I'm so unorganized. My apologies. If you put the armor bar on as well, and let's also get some potions out here just so you guys can see. Put those on. The armor bar is different as well. It's kind of got like that blue taller effect to it, and when you put on some potions, the symbols, I believe, are different. They could be relatively the same, but I believe they've been changed a little bit. But there you guys can kind of see the differences in that. But again, give Blocksmithed all your freaking love in the world, because he deserves all this. And many thanks to him for allowing me to do this. Definitely a really great guy. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And once again, it's all for personal use, not my own texture pack, which is why I didn't change the name. I just kept it, you know, like Blocksmithed Hybrid Pizza Edit, because it's my edit, but it's his texture pack, so I ain't taking any credit. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you next time. Ciao!